Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces September 9, 2023. Fiery energy is back on the menu. Just the way you love it. You could be practically euphoric. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet of attraction, is once again dancing directly through the heavenly halls of Leo until early October. All zodiac signs will take on greater excitement and enthusiasm for fun, sex, and courtship. Regardless of whether you are single or attached, this is an especially fabulous time to place romance and dating at the top of your priority list. Know that you could easily line up many sexy suitors eager to wine and dine you. Or if you are looking for your one true love, that could also be closer than you think. Try your best to talk things through at work today. You may struggle to convey your thoughts and feelings appropriately at work when the moon in Gemini squares Neptune retrograde in Pisces. The square could be tense since it may allude to wanting to share what is on your mind but not being able to do so in a way that captures what you are thinking. Luckily, you may find that you are working with the right professionals who will understand you no matter what, since the moon will also sextile the north node in your zodiac sign. It is just as the Sun is separating from an alignment with Mercury in your work sector, and just as Jupiter is settling into his early days in retrograde motion in your income sector, that they join forces. The Sun and Jupiter are the two largest and most powerful bodies in the solar, and for the first time in 12 years they have joined forces here, with a chance to merge the Sun's focus on new job potential with the doors now open to the past, second chances and untapped income potential. Have you noticed that the more you think about dietary concerns, the more relaxed you are about choosing what you eat? If you are prepared ahead of time to handle the daily decisions about what you will and won't accept in your diet, the choosing is much easier. You know throughout the day that you are planning on having a healthy body to feel good about and enjoy. Making the connection between loving yourself and the food that you eat is the first step. At the heart of today's vibrations, there is love. Currently, you feel an inexpressible need for tenderness, and you are tender and patient yourself with your family and friends. Your relationships are balanced, stable and harmonious. These changes will give you new desires and lead you to rethink your relationships, particularly in your family life. Wrapping up your projects won't be any problem, and it shouldn't be too long before you reach your objectives. Just as the Sun is separating from an alignment with Mercury in your work sector, his friendly aspect to Jupiter, in his early days in retrograde motion in your income sector peaks. With Jupiter and Mercury both in retrograde motion, the Sun is shining the solar on the doors now open to the past, second chances and untapped potential across the income, work and career front, while keeping an eye on where you are going. As the only one in direct motion, the Sun is keeping an eye open for new potential and the road ahead. While Venus has been at a standstill during her early days in direct motion in your romantic sector, the Moon's monthly visit to your relationship sector has been able to put the focus on your relationships. As this first visit since Mars returned to your communication sector wraps up, this leaves you better able to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice, just as on the romantic and relationship fronts things are starting to move forward. Our eyes in the sky. As the Sun begins to separate from its alignment with Mercury in your work sector, and Jupiter settles into its early days of retrograde motion in your income sector, a remarkable celestial event unfolds. The Sun and Jupiter, two of the most significant and influential celestial bodies in our solar system, are converging in a rare conjunction. This cosmic rendezvous marks their first collaboration in this particular alignment in a dozen years. It offers a unique opportunity to blend the Sun's emphasis on new job prospects with the newly opened doors to revisiting the past, seizing second chances, and tapping into previously unexplored income potential. The recent departure of the Moon from your income sector, just yesterday, has left you with a heightened sensitivity to financial matters. However, it's the impeccable timing of these celestial movements that makes this astrological event all the more profound. Not only was the Moon present when Jupiter commenced its retrograde journey 2 days ago, but it also coincided with an alignment between the Sun and Mercury. This alignment served to illuminate both fresh opportunities and untapped potential in your professional sphere. When a planet transitions from direct to retrograde or vice versa, it must momentarily pause to execute a celestial U-turn. Depending on the typical speed of the planet, this hiatus can last for days or even weeks. Therefore, it's expected that Venus, having recently shifted to direct motion, will remain relatively stationary for the next 3 days. However, given Venus's usual swiftness, she will gradually regain momentum by week's end. Furthermore, with the supportive presence of Juno, the asteroid symbolizing commitment, financial matters are poised to accelerate more rapidly than one might initially anticipate. In essence, these celestial alignments are painting a vivid picture of evolving opportunities in your work life and income prospects. It's a time when the cosmos is aligning in your favor, and as Venus starts to gain momentum, you can look forward to a promising and exciting period of financial growth and professional development. The Moon, currently positioned in Gemini, forms a challenging square aspect with Neptune, which is in retrograde in Pisces today. This celestial configuration ushers in a rather hazy and nebulous atmosphere that seems to envelop the entire day. It's as though we're walking through a thick fog of emotions and uncertainties. Navigating through this mist can be quite perplexing, as it blurs the line between our fears and our intuition. Consequently, making clear-headed decisions might prove to be a formidable task. Given this cosmic backdrop, it would be wise to put off any major decisions for a more auspicious time. Interestingly, your words will hold a special power today. People will be struck by your eloquence and persuasive abilities. They'll be inspired to follow your lead, feeling assured that your intentions are centered around the collective success of everyone involved. Your influence is not rooted in the pursuit of personal power, but rather in your desire to foster popularity and secure favorable outcomes for your team or community. However, a word of caution regarding financial matters is in order. The current astrological configuration suggests that investing capital at this juncture could lead to unfavorable, perhaps even disastrous, consequences. It's highly probable that you might make a wrong financial choice, so it's advisable to exercise prudence and refrain from making significant financial commitments. If you've had long-standing plans for a major purchase, it might be wise to delay it for a little while longer, as unexpected events could soon disrupt your plans. Taking care of your physical well-being is another important aspect to consider today. Give yourself the gift of rest and relaxation, especially if you find yourself in stressful circumstances. Prioritize adopting a healthier attitude toward self-care, especially during challenging times. Assess the value of expending your energy reserves wisely, discerning when it's truly worth it and when it might be better to conserve your strength.